your voice can sound amazing and strong using this one simple breathing exercise to strengthen your vocals. Hi everyone, I am the Singing Diva, and today we're going to be going over one simple exercise that can make a world of difference to your singing. So some of you may be familiar with a technique called box breathing. This is a common name given to this type of technique. The reason being, if you can imagine a sort of box, it has 4 sides, and this type of breathing technique is something similar to that pattern being 4-sided. How exactly do you do the box breathing technique? So if you can get out a little piece of paper or something to take down notes on, the easiest way is to first write it down. You're going to write down, inhale 4 seconds, hold the breath 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds, and then hold the breath 4 seconds. What I've just described is one set. You're going to do 3 of these sets in order to complete the box breathing technique. So the inhale would be the first 4 seconds, like the first line of the box. Then you're going to go down the box, you're going to hold the breath, then you're going to go back across the box, you're going to exhale the breath, and then back up the last side where you're going to hold the breath for 4 seconds before you breathe naturally after those 3 sets. Now bear in mind, you want to keep your breathing as consistent as possible during this whole exercise, meaning when you inhale, it's not a quick gasp of air in 2 seconds. If you're going to be inhaling, you're going to inhale consistently, take in a nice deep breath over that 4-second period. And the same goes for when you're exhaling. It's not just a quick pushing out of all of the air in 2 seconds. You're going to gradually release that breath, consistently exhaling for the amount of time allocated, which in this exercise is 4 seconds to start with. Now, as you progress further and further with this exercise, you'll see that it starts to become really easy for you. So, in order to challenge yourself, you want to increase that breathing count. You can start out with 4 and then take that up into 6, 8, 10, going all the way up to 14 or 16, whatever you can manage. Remember, the size of singing phrase is always different. Meaning, for example, in a really fast-paced song, you're going to have lots of quick breaths because they are quick singing phrases, which would be a shorter amount of seconds, as compared to a really slow song where you are pulling out the notes. Those are much longer singing phrases, meaning that they take a longer amount of time, more seconds, for you to consistently pull out that note. So let's give it a go. I'll count you in and you can do the exercise as I guide you along. Are you ready? You're going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Then hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was pretty easy, hey? Remember, we're only using 4 seconds. That's what you want to start out with, and you want to definitely progress your way further up into at least the double digits. Now, it's very common that you can expect to have a little bit of dizziness or lightheadedness when you are doing this exercise. Totally normal. In fact, it's actually a really good thing. That shows that your body is taking in this extra amount of oxygen, and basically the effect it has on the brain is a feeling of a little bit of dizziness because of that increased oxygen and a general feeling of relaxation. Now, if you do this exercise consistently and actually make a practice or a habit out of it, you can expect to see some really cool benefits. To give you some examples, one of my students told me that he had increased memory and he was in his 60s. But after doing this exercise consistently, he saw a noted difference in how much better his memory was. This can be attributed to the increased amount of oxygen taken into the body, which goes up to the brain as well. Another great example was a student of mine who used to use an asthma pump. And I'm no doctor and I'm not advocating for getting rid of your asthma pump. I'm just giving you a testimony, an example of a student of mine that was really benefited by this exercise. So this student had a problem with asthma and would constantly be using his pump. But after doing this exercise consistently for a few weeks, he gave me the most amazing feedback. He no longer needed his asthma pump. So everyone's results are going to be different, but why not take the opportunity to gain some kind of benefit for your health and your well-being while doing your singing exercises? I personally love to use this technique when I am having trouble sleeping, or if I'm just in bed and I want to really relax and wind down. I will do the same breathing technique while I'm lying in bed on my back, and I slowly, gently drift off. Now, a very common question I get with students when they're first starting out is, how come there's so much emphasis on breathing? How is breathing actually really going to benefit my singing? A very good explanation of this is to try and think of a kite. How a kite flows on a windy day and how it will stay up in the air as compared to if there is no wind. What would happen to the kite? Pretty much just fall down. So your singing voice is very much like that kite. Your voice is basically a sound that needs to be carried on an airflow. At the end of the day, it is the air flowing through you that is going to carry the sound. Hence, it is so important to be able to have good airflow for your singing voice to able to flow beautifully out of your vocal cords. Remember, there's nothing extra that you're going to have to do to improve your singing voice if you're doing these techniques. I have found that your singing voice automatically improves when you have better breathing. You see the difference when you sing. You're not struggling for air anymore. You're able to just sing a lot more comfortably and your voice automatically sounds better. Now, I know this may be a very simple sounding exercise, but try it for yourself and see. I have found this simple exercise to make some of the biggest difference to the voices of many of the students that I've worked with. Give this exercise a go. Do it consistently. Challenge yourself. Push yourself and see how far can you extend your breath while doing this exercise. And leave me some feedback in the comments below. Let's all share, how far were you able to go? How far were you able to push with this particular vocal exercise? And what were some of the benefits that you experienced? Now, it's important to know that no matter how much you may practice and improve on your voice, we all are human. We all might have a little vocal crack here and there, a bit of a break or waver in our voice when we're singing a song. It's all totally normal and natural. If you have a problem with your voice cracking up a lot and you basically just messing up songs, you want to check out my next video. I'm going to give you some help on what you can do in those embarrassing situations where you mess up a song. So you definitely want to check out this next video. It's going to be quite funny, to say the least. Before I love and leave you, remember to check out the brilliant course that I've put together called Learn How to Sing. It will take you all the way through from vocal training for beginners to intermediate and then advanced level. So it's suitable for anyone at any stage of your vocal journey. I'll link all those details in the description box below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, my beautiful divas. Until next time, stay awesome.